What's going on, guys? It's Groove back with another book review, and today we have Creative Mind and Success by Ernest Holmes. Now, this thing right now, this little guy right here is powerful. Now, when I first bought this book, I don't know what to expect. I just thought maybe he was just like, hey, how to be successful in business by using your mind and just creativity and, think different. But this book it's about spirituality and understanding everything is your mind. And within that, like you live in your mind, and how whatever you put out into the universe or whatever you think of can come true in your life. Understand that your life is just a constant stream of consciousness from the ether. And it goes into your head. Like you live in your head. You need to understand that we all live inside our heads. Like when we view the world, we view it with our minds. Every time we walk outside, we take in light, and the light gets processed through our eyes, turned into electrical signals, and then your brain spits out an image. And so we live in our head. So everything is your mind. And he starts to answer some questions. So the first question he answers is, what is life? And so he says, life is everything we can taste, touch, see, feel, and smell. He says everything is life. Everything in this universe is life. There's no such thing as dead matter. Energy does not die, it just transfers. So nothing is ever dead. So everything is life. So if everything is alive, because there's no dead energy, then that means that everything is conscious, which in turn means that everything that we experience in this life is spiritual and not material. He says that there's only one main law in this world. That law is spiritual, and that everything that happens to us in life is an effect, and the cause of that effect is our mind. What I took from that is, when you're thinking about stuff, if you always have a negative mindset, you're always going to produce negativity in your life. So if you're like, why does my life suck all the time? It's because you're putting those negative thoughts into the universe, and then so the universe is literally just giving you back those negative thoughts. But if you constantly put out positivity into the world, you'll get that back. He gives a small example of this. He's like, say you're at work and your boss gives you a task to do, and somebody may suck their teeth and be like, man, it's just another thing I gotta do. And then somebody else may sit there and say, oh man, I get to test my talents. I get to test my skills. Like, bring it on, a new challenge. Can't wait, And again, everything is processed in the mind. It's all how you think about things in this universe. Again, everybody just lives in their head. Some people are constantly positive and some people just see the negative, and you will get that back in your world. So if you want to change your world, if you want to change the way you view the world, you need to change the way you think. Like you always have to think positive, always have to think winning, always have to think, I got this, or this is just a new challenge, something for me to conquer or to overcome or to defeat, instead of just always complaining or being negative or like, why me? Why do I have to do this extra thing? Or, if you get rid of that mindset, and then everything else in your world will just become positive and get better. Again, with that is, the power of manifestation. So a lot of people are always like, how do I manifest? I want to manifest success in my life. I want to manifest this or that. He talks about how you are always manifesting 24/7. It never stops. It never cuts off. If you're constantly thinking bad thoughts, that's what you get into your life. So if you want to manifest success, or if you want to manifest, great things in your life, always be thinking positive. Again, that was big to me. Like so many people, again, are always like, oh, like, how do I manifest? And he says, you're always manifesting 24/7. It never cuts off. Just keep that in mind. If you want something positive in your life, always be positive. Always think positive. Always pursue positivity and gratitude, and be grateful and be happy, and you will get that back in your life. The universe will give you that back. When you see a successful person in life, or somebody who's always winning, and you're like, man, I wish I was like them. Like, they constantly think of success. They're constantly thinking about winning, or thinking about overcoming a new project or something they're trying to do. And so again, the universe rewards them for that. So if you want to be like somebody successful, like, you just have to just do what they do. Constantly be positive, constantly be looking, to get challenged or to conquer a new task or to learn something new. The universe will put that back into your life, and then you will start to be successful over time. Again, with being positive and having that positive mindset all the time, people will constantly want to be around you, because you can feel that energy. You can walk into a room and then you can feel the negativity in the room, or you can feel the positivity in the room, and people will gravitate towards those positive people, and you could be one of those people. How many times have you walked into work or something and somebody's negative, or somebody's like, oh man, like, we had a rough day today, and compared to somebody who's just like, oh yeah, today wasn't too bad, or we just did a few things over here, nothing too crazy, we knocked that out, it was real easy. You'll always want to be around those people and gravitate towards those positive people and away from those negative people. And you can be one of those positive people. People will want to be around you. You can give your energy to other people. Like they can get a part of that, and then they can brighten up their lives as well. And within all of this, this positive thinking or negative thinking, he wants to let you know that you always have to watch your thoughts. Because our thoughts always, for some reason, they just want to go towards the negative. And so you need to be self-aware of this and be like, whoa, hold up. What are we doing? Why are we thinking that way? And you need to constantly be thinking positive thoughts, good thoughts. I can do this. We got this. That's easy. This is nothing. This is just another challenge for me to conquer. Always mind your words, mind your thoughts. Because again, that manifestation, it never cuts off. If you just start thinking negative thoughts and you let those things just constantly, be in your head, even though you may sit there and say, oh yeah, that's no problem, or I can get that done. In your head, you're constantly thinking like, man, like I can't get this done. This is going to be hard. This is too much for me. And you're going to get that back into your life. So you have to watch your thoughts like a hawk. Like watch your thoughts. The way you think, the way you talk to yourself and about yourself is so important. And he stresses that so much, and with that, understand that every time you talk, that's power. Every time you talk and you're speaking to yourself, or you're talking out loud, or you're talking about other people, that's power. Like your voice has power. When you're putting those vibrations, when you're putting those frequencies out into the universe, and people are like, what do you mean frequencies and vibrations? Like when you're talking, this is where like spell casting comes in. Like when you speak, when you're talking out loud, your voice box is emitting vibrations and frequencies out to the universe. And not only just out to the universe, to yourself as well. So if you're constantly talking negative, those vibrations, they go outside your mouth and they hit your ears and they vibrate into your eardrums, and your brain picks that up. And so you're constantly just talking negative and then thinking negative. And then you produce negativity back into your life. So understand that your words, the way you talk to yourself, the way you talk to other people, the way you think about something you want to do in life, it's so powerful to be like, I can get this done. I will accomplish that. There are no limits. I can do this. I can go to the top. I can be successful. You have to constantly talk to yourself like this. It sounds silly, but he's like, no, this is real. Like this stuff really works, and you'll see a difference in your life just by, just speaking positivity out loud into the universe. You can hear it into yourself. Other people will hear it. He just stresses how important that is to be mindful of the way you talk. He talks about money and spirituality. Because we live in this monetary world, everybody wants to get money or make more of it. And he talks about how you can use this to have money come into your life. Like, understand that there is an unlimited supply of money. If you don't know, the Federal Reserve, they just print up as much dollars, they just make it out of thin air. So understand that money is not limited. And so that there's an endless supply and that you can get some. And you need to feel that you deserve to be rich, or you deserve to get money, and that you see it in your life. You see it coming into your life. If you're starting a new business, you need to feel that it will work. Plenty of people will want to come into your life and buy what you have, or to get some of your services or whatever product you're selling, that it will work. It will be successful. You will become rich. You need to, tell yourself these things and actually feel it and actually think it and walk around with like a knowing, not like with an egoist like attitude, but just like, I know this is going to work. I know this is going to be successful. I know this is going to make me a lot of money. And he stresses how important it is to go out there with that feeling of that. I know I can get this done. I know money is abundant. I know I can get my share of it. And when you walk around with this attitude, when you walk around with this mindset, you'll be surprised of how successful your life will be, and how you will just see money come into your life from different places that you didn't know it could come from. He says great people always have great thoughts, and that's true. Like, the people out there, the most successful people, they always think better, they think bigger, they think greater. And you can do that too in your life. And this is the way you get to that. Understand that there's no limits in your life, and that you just need to think better, and you need to think, greater thoughts. And understand that your life, your entire life is thinking. Like, that's all we're doing 24/7 is thinking. Thinking like, how do I be better? How do I, be more positive? How do I be great? How do I get a raise at my job? What am I going to eat tonight? Everything is thinking 24/7. It never shuts off. And so he wants to make sure that because we're always thinking, you need to think positive thoughts. You need to think bigger thoughts. You need to think no limit thoughts. Always think bigger, always think more, always think greater. And that will, again, when you put these thoughts out into the universe, when you speak these thoughts out into the universe will literally give it back to you. Yeah, it's just constant thinking, constant positivity, minding your thoughts, always thinking no limits, I can do bigger. It can be greater than this. Always think great. Thinking is, your mind and your thoughts are so important. And so yeah, that's it for this one. Hit a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.